Hello and welcome to another edition of Tuesday Tasting. Did you hear that? That was the sound of 100 pipers. Bagpipers. No, we are not going to be talking about bagpiper whiskey today. We are talking about the real deal from Scotland. The 100 pipers whiskey. Let's get started. The legacy of 100 pipers is quite old. It was created in the year 1965 by Jimmy Lang and the Chivas brother master blender Alan Bale. This ad here from 1968 claims when a Scotsman tastes fine scotch, the liquid of the legend, smooth and gentle, he is said to hear the skirl of 100 pipers. Quite promising, isn't it? The name 100 Pipers, of course, was clearly inspired by the ballad The 100 Pipers, which tells the story of a troop of pipers said to have led Bonnie Prince Charlie into the 1975 uprising. Now, that's quite a legacy actually by Seagram's. This brand is, of course, owned by Seagram's, which is in turn owned by Pernod Ricard. Now, this is one of the few popular blended whiskies in Asia. And I say Asia because this whiskey is not available, surprisingly, in the rest of the world. Particularly popular in India and Thailand, and slowly gaining popularity in Korea as well. I don't know why Seagram's has chosen not to make this whiskey available elsewhere. I think that's beyond me, because competitors of this whiskey like Teachers are easily available elsewhere as well. Maybe it is the price point, or maybe this is just an introduction whiskey to the Speyside whiskies. That could be the reason, but I think this could be a good whiskey to, open up to other markets as well. Let me know in the comment section what do you think, why this whiskey is not available elsewhere. Now, coming to India, we have all at some point in time tried the original 100 Pipers, known as the 100 Pipers Deluxe. It's typically available as original or even the recent variant, the 12-year-old. But today, we are going to be tasting something that's slightly different, something that's probably not easily available yet, depending on when you're seeing this video. We are talking about the 100 Pipers 8-year-old. Let's get started. Now, before I get to the packaging and I open this whiskey, I have to tell you that this whiskey is blended and aged in Scotland. Of course, it is bottled in India, but then this is from the Altebane distillery in Speyside, which is home to Chivas as well. So, needless to say that if you are a Chivas fan, you are definitely going to take a liking for this. Right? I'd consider 100 Pipers actually to be a stepping stone into a more sophisticated and complex Speyside Scotch whiskies. Even if you consider brands like Glenlivet or Glenfiddich, or even my favorite Balvenie. I think if you really want to up your game when it comes to whiskies, I think this would be a good starting point. So let's get to the packaging right away. Now, if you look at the typical 100 Pipers whiskey that is available, it comes in a pretty standard gold and black packaging. What I like about the 8-year-old is the interesting packaging that it comes with and the colors that it has. It has a nice rose gold finish with a dark green, which already makes it look very premium. And I like this conical boxes that it comes in. Very classy. That is the bottle. Before I get to the bottle, let me see what else information is available here. If you see here, all this inside 100 Pipers branding there. Of course, it says 100 Pipers blended malt Scotch whiskey, aged 8 years, blend of distinct single malts, aged and blended in Scotland with 100% malts, notes of orange and honeydew melon. Chivas Brothers, of course. There's a signature of William Henderson, who is the master blender for this one. I like this bottle. I think it's quite a classic, typical 100 Pipers bottle. But what's interesting, like I said before, is the green color that they have used here instead, and this rose gold. That is quite interesting. Let me know what you think of the bottle. I think on a scale of 1 to 10 for the packaging itself, for the new colors, I would give it a 7.5 on 10. This is the first time I am going to be tasting this particular variant. I only vaguely remember how the classic deluxe 100 Piper tastes like. So this is really going to be an interesting tasting session. It's nice and smooth. I think there's a nice premiumness about the packaging. It doesn't feel like it's cheap plastic. That is something I just noticed. Should I give a 0.5 higher just for this? Okay, let's go by the looks of it. Okay, there is some nice leg formation that is happening here. Not too long, not too thick, but yeah, it's there. It seems like a nice mellow liquid with a nice amber gold. Slightly lighter in comparison to most other whiskies, but let's see. How do I even get started? It is so sweet. It almost smells like a fruit salad in a glass. Very delicate smell, I must say. It is not very overpowering at all. Very floral. If I were to describe it in terms of fruitiness, I think there's a lot of apple that's coming through. Hint of florals, like I said, I don't know. I feel like there is some sort of jasmine smell that is coming in as well. There's definitely citrus, but it is not your regular orange citrus for me, at least not on the nose. It feels like some exotic citrus feels that have been used. I'm trying to see if there is any unpleasant smell of spirit here, but I can't seem to find any. It's very pleasantly mellow on the nose. Let's get to the taste, shall we? Wow. I rarely say wow after a sip when I drink, but this is quite pleasant. Definitely much better than I expected. Beautifully opening up in terms of the flavors that come through. It has all the fruitiness that it claims on the box. I think I could taste melon, that's definitely there. Orange, yes, of course, that the citrus kick is also there as well. Since it's made with 100% malt, you can actually taste the mellowness that is there. It does not have the unpleasant taste of spirit that kicks in. Compared to its competitors, like say like a teachers or something, there's absolutely no smokiness at all. I'd say when it comes to taste, this is definitely one of those whiskies that you should probably get started with, because this does not have the undertones of smokiness or the peatiness. It is very easy on the palate. It is something that you can get used to and maybe then slowly graduate to other Speyside whiskies and other scotches as well. I think this is going to be a great starting point. It is, if I compare it to the other variants, let me compare it to the 100 Pipers Deluxe and the 12-year-old. I think obviously because of the age, it lies somewhere in between. It is definitely better than 100 Pipers Deluxe, of course. It is much more smoother. There is no unpleasantness that comes into the spirit. Compared to a 12-year-old, the 12-year is really smooth, right? I really love that spirit as well. But this is not bad at all. I think coming to the price point, I think we'll get that in a bit. It is definitely a good spirit. I'm thoroughly impressed by the first sip. And the second sip. There is definitely a signature of Speyside whiskies in this, and since it's a young whiskey, younger than obviously most other Speysides that we're used to, I think this would do really well in a nice highball or any of the classic cocktails as well. It's great for sipping as well. So if you're a beginner and you like your whiskeys to be slightly on the sweeter side, I think this would do excellent in that. So I think when it comes to taste, I would give it an 8 on 10, because this whiskey has really impressed me. I think it probably did a lot better than I expected it to. So yeah, an 8 on 10. Now coming to value for money, this particular variant in Maharashtra is sold for about 3,000 rupees. If you compare it to 100 Pipers Deluxe, that's sold at 2,500. So there is a difference of 500, I think, for an 8-year-old aging that happens. it's definitely worth the price. For sure. I think without a doubt, definitely go for it. It is something that you're not going to regret. So on that note, cheers. If you like this video, let us know what else you would like to see next. I am thinking of doing a beer video next. I think I have got your suggestions on all the beers that you want me to review. I think the next video is going to be beers. Comment below and let me know what else you would like to see. Also, please share this video with your friends, and if you have not subscribed yet, do subscribe to our channel. Until next time, cheers!